On the floor in Aunt Sarah's parlor, my siblings and I were taught the only schooling any of us ever got from that library. And it ran from astronomy and animal husbandry to skinning a snake and zebras on the African veldt. This education got my brother Joshua into medical school. Aunt Sarah's daughter April married young and lives in Tucson, while her two boys went to the University of Arizona to study geology, but dropped out after a year due to lack of inclination. My brother Clover went to school for 2 years, and he's set on keeping up Pa's pecan farm. My brother Joshua is off to study medicine in Chicago. Besides Esther, I have twin older sisters, Rachel and Rebecca. Rebecca likes to cut roses and make grafts of the stems. It sounds unusual out here in the territory, but pretty much anything with a thorn will grow here, and so she tends her flowers and studies botany. Rachel embroiders. I hate that stuff, and the threads all tangle up in my hands. Give me the back of a horse running hell-bent, and I can stick a post with a knife or a bullet, either one. I was the youngest girl, always the keeper of Ezra and Zachary, my 2 little brothers, the rottenest and smelliest little toads ever lived. All my blessed life I've heard, "Mary Pearl, get the boys out of the sugar box. Mary Pearl, change Zachary's diaper. Mary Pearl, mind those boys don't fall into the well." I wanted to amount to something more than that. I was about to turn 17, and it was high time. Often I felt so thrilled at the thought of going away to school, I could barely stand it. Then shivers would take hold of me as if I had volunteered to walk naked down Meyer Street at high noon. I thought of Ma, running off to marry Pa on their trip here from Texas, when he was just a boy from the next wagon. They'd fended off Comanches on that trip, but her mother had been killed. It was on that trip that Ma laid aside some of her Quaker notions and edged a little closer to Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah always carried a loaded rifle and a pistol in her pocket. I'm told, but I don't remember, that she's used 'em too. She has a look on her face that even strangers notice, and they don't question her, ever. My ma has never shot a gun, but she told me once that she was ready to do it to save her children. Those were the days our families would lay down their very lives for each other. So much has changed. My friend Elsa Maldonado's mother died. After that, Elsa spent many days at our house. Her pa tried to woo Aunt Sarah, but when she turned him down, he soured on the whole family. Elsa loved Sarah's boy Charlie, and we girls thought they'd be a great match together. It broke her heart the way her pa talked about Charlie after that. A roadrunner skittered before us, shaking a skinny lizard, running alongside on the bank of the road for a good 1/4 mile. The August sun baked my back, and Duende, my horse, danced and jostled high on his hooves. Brody Cooperan rode with us too, since Clover was coming on the train with me, and so he could drive the wagon home once my sisters were finished shopping in town. He was one of the hands from Aunt Sarah's place too, and I figured he might be sweet on Rebecca. We got along down the road and found the summer rains had made the river run. So we rested for a bit at the muddy bank and let all the animals drink while Clove and Rebecca set up a picnic lunch. While we got ready to leave this morning, Mama wept in the rocker on the porch, and when I waved my hand, she up and went into the house. I knew Pa was there, and while he wasn't necessarily taking sides in this dispute, he'd allowed me to go and wrote checks for my tuition and my horse's board, joking that said horse had better keep his grades up as well, since he was being sent to college. When Mama fumed over that, he said, "Well, she's got to have transportation." I figured Ma was actually more upset about Esther than about me. Chapter 2. Esther was older than me, and for all our lives we shared an upstairs bedroom over the kitchen pantry. Many times Elsa, Esther, and I would camp on the floor and read aloud to each other, trying to act out how fancy and often.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.